Today is May the 16th, and I'm going to reveal a secret here that I couldn't find until I bought it and figured it out and made it work, and it works great. But this is the, I've taken it apart here so you can see it. This is for the Meade LX200 firmware update cable. Now you can buy one of these if you don't want to mess with it, but I like to take things apart. DB9 connectors and RJ11 and 12. This is on an RJ12. Has 6 connectors in it. The RJ11 is the typical telephone jack that has 4 connectors in it. I worked for NASA and White Sands Missile Range for 26 years, and our RS-232 stuff is what we lived on. Anyway, here's the pinout of this thing. This cable right here. This gray cable is pinned out like this. It has 6 pins in it. Yeah. And when you take a connector and you hold it to you like this, flat, not with the clip on the other side, the clips on the back side of it, you count them from left to right, pin 1 through 6. They've got blue, yellow, green, red, black, and white, and on the other end they got it exactly reversed. They got white, black, red, green, yellow, blue. It's really important that you see that if you want to build one of these. They just take all of these 6 wires and reverse them and flip them over here. That's how they do it. And then this one right here plugs into the telescope, and this one plugs into the DB9 connector, because you got to have that adapter to plug into the serial port on your computer. And here's the way it's wired. It only uses 3 of the wires right here. Hope you can see that. I've drawn it out. The other 3, if you can see down inside there, they're just cut off and hanging there. They're not doing anything. So you only need 3 wires. And not only that, do you not only need 3 wires, 3 wires you need are these right here, red, black, and yellow. On the DB9 connector, I need to put this back together. If you hold the DB9 connector this way, you count pins 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right to left, and then back, and then right to left again, just like I have it labeled right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the top part, this is the bottom part of the connector. So they've got the red to pin 2, the black to pin 3, and the yellow to pin 5. Now if you look over here, black is, if you use an see, they're using an RJ12, which has 6 connectors in it, but you can actually get away with an RJ11 with 4 connectors in it, because the RJ12, which is what this is, has these outer pins in it. The RJ11 only has these 4 pins, 1, 2, 3, 4, but look, they're black, red, green, and yellow. Black, red, we don't need green and yellow. So you could actually get away with a regular 4-wire telephone cable. That's the way it's wired right there, boys and girls. So you can make your own. I don't think I need to explain it any further than that. If you can't figure it out from there, then you probably just need to buy one. But that's the way it works. That's the pin out of it. This thing right here, I need to put it back together. I don't regret buying this, because I didn't know what that pin was, and I couldn't find any information on it. But now that I have one, I thought I'd share it. Now, let's see, I don't know. I labeled this into DB9 so I wouldn't get them mixed up, just in case. And if I did mix them up, would that make any difference? No, it really wouldn't, because, or would it? Now I'm confused. Okay, it doesn't really matter. But if you do it like that, as a matter of fact, I'll try it. I'll try it both ways. We're going to go in there and hook it up, and I'll show you how easy it is to update it. Okay, now that you've got your cable made up or whatever, you've either bought one or you've made one. You hook your telescope up normally. I've got the power going in here. I've got the hand controller right here. The auto start 2 plugged in. Everything's plugged in just like you go to use it, and then you plug it into, from what I understand, either one of these RS-232 connections. The only one I've ever used is the one on the left, but I understand they're the same. and then you power your scope up, and then you, of course, it's over here, it's plugged into the back. It's a little dark down there, but oftentimes you can see a lot better than I realize. Let's get a light, which hopefully won't blind you. Sometimes it overwhelms the camera so bad. So you can see right down there where the DB9 connector is plugged into the serial port. Right here. This is that same cable. You can plug either end of this cable into this. It doesn't matter. I've tried it both ways. And then I actually looked at the pins. And in case you're not familiar with serial ports, the serial port on the computer is usually labeled something like 1010. And it has male pins on it, and it's probably a DB9. And see, this one is the female pins. So you plug this guy in. Fumble a lot. There we go. Okay. Now let's move the camera around to the other side. Okay, you obviously go to www.meade.com and get their updater and their file, and then the updater installs right here. Start this thing up. Says you want to let it do this. You go, yeah. Here's the critical part right here. This will tell you if your cable's working or not. Let me zoom in on this. This is a really important piece right here. Is you go up here to the, you've got it all hooked up. You think, I'm ready to go. You know where your file is and everything. And you go right up here to this place right here, connect, and then watch right down here. When you say connect, see it says connection complete. That means your hardware is good. You're 90% there. I don't really know if I need to go a whole lot further than this. Well, yeah, I guess I will. Well, for one thing, you can look here in options, and you can look at the COM port, and it happens to be that mine set itself to COM 1. I guess that's a default, and that's where it works. Now, you might have to move them around between there. I don't know what's going to happen on your computer, but mine was very lucky, and it just came up. And then what you do is you go over and you say File, and then you, let me see here, I've got to fumble a minute, and then you want to open a file. And you've got to go find that file that you downloaded, and it happens to be in mine. Oh my goodness! Now you'll see me really fumble. It's going to be in this PC. It's going to be in downloads. It's right here. It's called Patch AUA 1F7 V08, and that's the name of the folder that it's in. And when you look in there, it says, well, there's nothing there. Well, it actually is there. You have to go back down here to files and click on let's look at all files, and there it is right there. It's called Patch ATCH, called PATCH AUA 1F7 little V08, like version 08 dot SPF. Then when you say open, oh, yeah, I guess you got to select it, open. Okay, now it's actually ready to go. It says right there, ready. And then you go over here to update. I'm not going to do it again because I don't want to risk screwing my thing up here. But then you say update auto start software. When you click on that, it's going to say, are you sure you want to do it now? And you say yes. And then it'll start down here and it'll give you a percentage. And it takes about 5 or 6 seconds per percent. So 100% is about 600 seconds. And it worked. It just worked beautifully. Click here, click yes, I'm ready to do it now, and then there you go. Works great. That's a picture right there taken through a Nikon 500mm f5. I've got some beautiful moon pictures here recently. I hope this helps you guys get your LX200 and whatever other scopes need this update for the 2099 year problem. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps.